the importance of the democracy. What is the main concept of the democracy? What is the main concept? As we know, the power sharing is the most important concept of the democracy. We know all the powers does not rest in democracy. We know the three important organs of the government. Can you say which are the three important organs of the government? Executive, judiciary and legislature. So that all the powers in a democracy does not rest in one organ of the government. All the powers are shared by all three different organs of the government. Now, today I am taking the political science, the first lesson, power sharing. Power sharing is the first lesson of your political science textbook. This is comparatively very easy lesson than other lessons. So, first two chapters carry this idea, power sharing, forward. So, now let us hear some of the important situations between some countries, especially the textbooks introduce two important countries. That is, one is Sri Lanka and Belgium. Look at this. This is the map of Belgium. The ethnic composition or cultural composition of Belgium is very complex because it has two important regions. One is Flemish region and next one is Wallonia region. 59% of the people live in Flemish region. The people in Flemish region speak Dutch language. That means 59% of the people speak in Dutch language. At the same time, 40% of the people live in Wallonia region. The people speak in French. Then rest of the people, 1% speak in German language. Then look at this. This is a small city. That is the capital of Belgium. That is Brussels. This problem is more acute in Brussels. This problem is more acute in Brussels because majority of the people speaking French and rest of them speaking Dutch. So we can understand the ethnic composition or the cultural composition of the Belgium is very complex. In the textbook, you can highlight this, the third paragraph and the first paragraph also. This is the ethnic composition. Side columns are very important. This is a small definition about the ethnic composition. And you please underline all this, highlight this first paragraph. And this is the first paragraph. This is the importance of the, this is the content of the ethnic composition of Belgium. So next one is one more another important region, that is Sri Lanka. What about the condition of Sri Lanka? This is the map of Sri Lanka. It has two important subdivisions. Mainly, one is Sinhala speaking people. Next one is Tamil speaking people. Then Sinhala speaking people is majority people. Then look at this. This is the yellow color. The Sinhala speaking people who live in this region. That means the central part of the Sri Lanka. At the same time, the rest of the Tamil speaking people who live in the northeastern part of the Sri Lanka. So, its cultural composition is very complex. That is mainly the majority people who speak Sinhala. So that this majority group always force its will on the entire country. So that the rest of the portion, that is Tamil speaking people. These Tamil speaking people also are subdivided into two groups. One is Indian Indian Tamils, second one is Sri Lankan Tamils. So anyway, the majority group, that is Sinhala speaking people, they always, like the Dutch speaking people in Belgium, these Sinhala speaking people also put its will or impose its will on the entire country. So this is the two critical situations between Belgium and Sri Lanka. So what happened after that? Mainly, we know this one. Look at this page number 3. That is the headline: Majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Can you please highlight this? Majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Because in 1948, Sri Lanka became an independent country. Sri Lanka became an independent country. After that, the democratically elected government followed some majoritarian measures. That means Sinhala speaking people or Sinhala government also followed some majoritarian measures. What are the important majoritarian measures taken by this Sinhala speaking people? Then first one is they declared their official language. Then second one, most of the job opportunities are reserved for these majority groups. That means university jobs are reserved for Sinhala people. Then at the same time, the state shall protect and foster the Buddhism. So these are the important majoritarian measures taken by this government, Sri Lankan government. All these government measures increasing the alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. All these government measures increasing the feelings of alienation among the Sri Lankan Tamils. That also led to gradually the Sri Lankan Tamils started some dharnas and strikes. They demanded the separate Tamilium, like that. At last, the country is turned into the civil war. You know the meaning of the civil war? The war within the country. That is the civil war. Most of them lost their life, lost their livelihood, and most of them were forced to leave their country as refugees. This is the situation, typical situations happening in the Sri Lanka. So once again, textbook page. That is the this is the page number 3. That is the majoritarian measures in Sri Lanka. The first two paragraphs are very important paragraphs. We have to underline these paragraphs. Then this page. Next one is accommodation. Another point. Another situation in Belgium. What are in this time? What are these conditions in Belgium? What are the important measures taken by the Belgian leaders? Belgian leaders accepted the unity of the country. They always accepted the regional diversities and cultural differences in the country. So that, what are they doing? Between 1970 and 1993, they amended their constitution in 4 times. This constitution prescribes that would enable everyone live together within the same country. This constitution enabled that would help them to the people live together within the same country. So what are the important elements? These are some elements of the Belgian people or Belgian government take these some of the important measures to look after their government, the people. So what are the important elements of the Belgian model? This is the, please read this topic of this lesson, topic of this unit, that is accommodation in Belgium. This is the majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Then we can hear the accommodation in Belgium. What are the important measures taken by the Belgian leaders? Then first one, the constitution prescribes the number of the Dutch-speaking and French-speaking ministers equal in the central government. Then first point. Once again, the constitution prescribes the number of Dutch-speaking and French-speaking ministers are equal in the central government. Then second point, many powers of the central government have been given to state government. At the same time, the state government are not to subordinate to the central government. That is the second point. Then third point, in the Brussels. Brussels is the capital city of Belgium. They form a separate government in Brussels. Both communities have equal representation. Then, next one is, besides this central or state government, they form one more government, that is community government. The community government are elected by the people from each language community. So, they have some powers regarding the education, culture and language related issues. So, these are the important elements by the Belgian leaders. These are the important measures taken by the Belgian leaders. So now let us think about the compare between the situation between the Sri Lanka and Belgium, because actually both are democratic countries, but they handle their problem in a different way. First one is the Belgian leaders always accepted and recognized the regional diversities and cultural differences. They accepted or recognized the unity of the country, so that they are following this method. But at the same time, what about the condition of Sri Lanka? They refuse to share the power, and that undermined the unity of the country. So that most of the Sri Lankan people, they increasing the alienation, they increasing the feelings of alienation among Sri Lankan families. So these are the difference between the Sri Lanka and the Belgium. So once again, this is the main thing in this first two units. The main thing is the power sharing is the most important concept of the democracy. So the first two chapters also carry this idea forward. So what we learned from this topic, first one, the important cultural composition or ethnic composition of Sri Lanka. What is the, just think about the ethnic composition of Belgium and Sri Lanka. First one is Belgium. That is, there are two regions, Flemish region and Wallonia region, and Brussels. Brussels is the capital of Belgium. So, so that one thing, the majority group always impose its will on the entire country. They got benefit of the economic development and education. So that, anyway, these Belgian leaders also followed some good methods, so accommodation methods. They always recognized the unity of the country. So they supported the minority groups also, so that they followed some elements, followed some measures. Then what about the condition of Sri Lanka? They refused to share the power, and that also affects or undermine the unity of the country. So they also introduced some, they also taken some majoritarian measures. They also introduced some majoritarian measures. What are the important majoritarian measures? First one is, firstly, they declared that Simla as an official language. Most of the university jobs are reserved for Simla speaking people. Then third one is, the state shall protect and foster Buddhism. These are the some majoritarian measures taken by the Sri Lankan government. Both are actually democratic countries, but they told the question of power sharing in a differently. They have handled that problem in a different way. One is